it's your lovely Abbie Dagrin, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And before I get into anything today, I would like to thank you guys so much for letting me have my first 100 views video, which is Scorpio Rising. I appreciate you guys so much, and I thank you guys so much for it. It's my first video that's ever done that high, so I thank you guys so much for watching it and sharing it and supporting me. And cheers to more successes. Today I'll be continuing the natal chart series, and today I'll be doing a natal chart analysis on Monica Lewinsky. So please stay tuned for the rest of my video. If you have not yet become a part of the Abbie Dagrin family, then this is your calling and this is your time to make that happen. Hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you guys know when I upload videos. Also hit that like button because I know you guys will like the video. Also share this video with anyone who you know would like it and would appreciate it. So let's get right into the video, you guys. Monica Lewinsky was born on July 23rd, 1973, and because she was born on that day, this qualifies her to be a Leo. Someone who has a sun in Leo is very passionate, they're very warm, they're very bold, they're very intense, and love being the center of attention. So Monica Lewinsky is a very passionate person, and if you watch her in interviews, she's very warm, and she does at times love being at the center of attention. However, it's more than likely because she wants to bring attention to issues. So when Leos love to be the center of attention, it's not really for themselves that much. Not all the time, but more than likely at times it can be because they want to bring an important focus to an issue, and that's something that she does. Next will be her moon in Taurus, and someone who has a moon in Taurus tends to be downright rigid, but are sentimental and have a desire for beautiful things. And when someone has a moon in Taurus, it's actually beneficial for them because the moon is exalted in Taurus. So they're the type of people that are very calm, and a lot of things do happen to them and happen for them because they do have a calm spirit. They are very patient people, and they're people who are very encouraging, and they know that it's going to take time and patience for them to be the people who they want to be, whether it's in an occupation, whether it's a relationship, or anything in their life. So this is something that Monica Lewinsky has because she has a moon in Taurus, which is an exalted placement. Next up is her Mercury in Cancer. And this placement isn't really shocking at all because she was born between a Leo and Cancer cusp. And when someone has a Mercury in Cancer, they utilize their incredible listening skills to figure out what's going on below the surface. So she tries her best to be a great listener to people who need to be listened to or want to be listened to, and she will try her best, or anyone with this placement, to make sure that what is going on underneath everything is brought into the light so that person can be able to understand what's really going on. And this is a great trait, especially when the Mercury in Cancer, because not only is it a water sign, but it can also help people be able to be in tune with their emotions and get to the deeper meaning of things in life. Up next is her Venus in Leo. When someone has a Venus in Leo, they're the type of people that want to make sure that their relationships remain exciting. They're fun people, and they want to make sure that not only themselves but the other person is having fun. So they'll try their best to make sure that they know what their partner likes or what their friends like, to make things that will make them happy and that will make them feel comfortable and feel as though they're being listened to and that their needs are being met. And they're also the type of people that will go all out for someone who they love. They'll buy the greatest gift And they're also the type of people who will really like claim you in public. They'll be like, yes, this is my best friend. This is someone who I love. This is my boyfriend, or this is my girlfriend. So this is a very nice placement to have. Next is her Mars in Aries. So when someone has a Mars in Aries, there are people who are quick to act and go ahead with starting something new. So because this is a fire sign, she more than likely at times will do things or make decisions without thinking it through or having a plan. And this can at times be great for her, but at times it can be detrimental for her. And that's something that someone with a Mars and Aries does need to work on. Also, they are the type of people that love new things. They love change. So they're not the type of people that want to stay doing one thing forever. So they may go into one thing and then go into another thing. So they're very versatile in that sense. And that's something that's great for her because she's a public figure and things do change. So that's something good for her to have. Monica Lewinsky's Jupiter is in Aquarius, and when someone has a Jupiter in Aquarius, they tend to bring good fortune through their innovative thought process. And Aquarius is the sign of innovation. So in order for her to really bring in good fortune, she would need to innovate herself. And as we do know in Monica Lewinsky's life, we do know what got her to be famous. However, from that time, she has been able to not only use that instance to make her famous, but she's also been able to use that situation to talk about online issues that need to be discussed. And she's been able to innovate and change her image to the point where she's been able to monetize everything that has happened to her and everything that people may see as negative, but she turned into a positive. Next up would be her Saturn in Gemini. And when someone has a Saturn in Gemini, they are very stable, they're very intelligent, and they have strong communication skill. If you look at Monica Lewinsky, she is a stable person, and she's the type of person, regardless of what happens in life, she's going to be stable and she's going to continue going on. She's also a very intelligent woman. If you've listened to her in interviews or heard her tell her story, she's a very intelligent person to listen to, and she also does have a lot of intelligence in her, so she's a very intelligent woman. And lastly, she does have strong communication skills. She's able to communicate how she feels in a respectful way. And there was this one instance where she was in an interview and she was being asked about the president who she was with, and she got up and said, you know what, I'm not going to deal with this, and she communicated how she felt. So she really does exemplify someone who has a Saturn in Gemini. Next up is her Uranus in Libra. Someone who has Uranus in Libra is constantly coming up with new ideas and look at things in different ways than other people will look at them. So if you have looked at Monica Lewinsky's life, she has come up with a lot of new ideas as to how to change things or what things should be, and her input on a lot of things. So that's something that she does a lot and something that coordinates with her Uranus in Libra. And she's also the type of person that looks into things differently. If you looked at her interviews when she was going through that situation, a lot of people saw the situation in one way. However, she was able to explain it in a different way that not only gave us a perspective as to who she was, but a lot of people actually agreed with her perspective. So she really does uphold her placement in Libra and Uranus. Next is her Neptune in Sagittarius. Someone who has this placement thrives on a variety of exciting, uplifting experiences and learning some new things. And this is a very common theme when it comes to any type of placement in the fire sign. And since Sagittarius is a fire sign, they love to have different experiences and they love to learn new things, and they also love to do exciting things as well. So this isn't very shocking because she does have a lot of fire sign in her natal chart. And she is the type of person that loves to do things that are exciting and do things that are new. And she's the type of person that will go with the flow, but also she is the flow. So having a Neptune in Sagittarius isn't shocking for Monica Lewinsky at all. Next up is her Pluto in Libra. Pluto in Libra knows all too well the hidden problems behind the social and worldly issues. So someone with a Pluto in Libra, they're the type of people that know what's going on and the reason why it's going on. Although they do not have all the answers all the time, however, they know what's going on. And they're the type of people that will encourage next generations or generations that have a different placement in Pluto what the issue is, and those generations will try their best to fix the problem. In society, with the wisdom of someone who has a Pluto in Libra, and Monica Lewinsky does talk about the issues in society, and she does talk about things that do need to be brought to the forefront, and that's something that she lives up to. Next is her North Node in Capricorn. Someone who has a North Node in Capricorn will need to develop these things in order for them to uncover their hidden talents and gifts. So first things first would be self-control, approaching life from an adult position, self-respect, staying goal-oriented, sensible approach to problem solving, keeping commitments and promises, letting go of the past, self-care, and accepting responsibility for success. And if you've looked at Monica Lewinsky's life, these are places that she needed to work on. However, Monica Lewinsky has worked on these aspects in her life, and she was able to uncover a lot of her hidden gifts and talents, and that is why she has a lot of the success she has today. Next will be her Chiron in Aries, and someone who has a Chiron in Aries have the wound of self. Sometimes they feel as though they're worthless and they're not important and that they don't deserve everything that comes their way. And when it comes to a placement in Chiron, all of them are pretty hard to deal with. However, Chiron and Aries can be very sad and hard to deal with because it's dealing with yourself. Other placements usually deal with outside forces, but this placement deals with yourself and how you feel about yourself. And if you don't feel good about yourself, then you will see that not only in your life, but you'll also see this in a lot of the decisions you make and the way that people will treat you. So that's something that she will need to heal, is the way she feels about herself. And I know that she is doing that daily and she'll be able to overcome this. Next up is her placement, Libra in Ascendant and the rising sign. Someone who has a Libra rising is very pleasant. They're very charismatic. They love to preserve peace, and they don't really like conflict, so they try their best to stay away from it or try to resolve conflict. They don't really like being alone. They love being around people, whether it's their friends or family members or whether it's in a romantic relationship. They love fashion and they are self-aware of the way that they look. They want to make sure they look great at all moments. They're very polite people. And they have a lot of friends. They're very romantic and they're glamorous. And at times they can be shallow, but they do appear as very friendly people. They also are great mediators. Lastly will be her midheaven in Cancer. Because she has a midheaven in Cancer, she's the type of person that's a great planner and can organize and direct both their lives and other people's lives. She has a very strong desire to help people, and at times she can be aloof and not really too educated on things. However, she loves people and she wants to try her best to help others. People like her who have a midheaven in Cancer, They thrive in careers where they can connect with people and they can work with people and they can serve the public. And this is something that she does when she talks about issues that affect everyone in the public. So she's in a great career and she's excelling in that career. And she's the type of person that wants to feel respected and wants to make sure that her reputation is always in the best light. Well, that's all I have for you lovelies today in regards to the natal chart series. Please let me know down below. Did you learn anything new about Monica Lewinsky and what you learned about her? Hit that subscribe button, that notification bell so you know when I upload videos on the daily. Also like the video and share this video with everyone you know as well. If you have not yet followed me on my social media accounts, then this is that time and this is that nudge. All of my social media accounts are linked down below, and you can also support me on PayPal, and my email is down below as well. I love you all. Thank you so much for your love and support. I really appreciate every last one of you. I love you. Please stay safe and healthy. Know that you're loved and that you're important and that you're appreciated. Okay, bye lovelies. Till next time.